You've probably heard the old adage, a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. While typically associated with the labor movement's objective to increase pay and adopt reasonable hours of work, the adage has also been adopted by scholars discussing how to develop personal work ethics of individual employees. Let's spend a few minutes discussing the role of ethics in your workplace and how you can develop a strong professional work ethic. Each person has a personal set of ethics they have developed throughout their life based on influences from family, friends, religion, and other surroundings. Personal ethics are the morals you use to guide your life in areas like honesty, sincerity, integrity, and openness. After joining the workforce, each person begins to develop their professional ethics. Professional ethics are the principles you use as you go about your work routines and include things like transparency, time management, taking initiative, being a team player, and regarding confidentiality. Oftentimes, companies adopt a unique code of business ethics to help build their corporate culture and define what it is the company stands for. Some companies may adopt ethics like diversity, ingenuity, honesty, and high performance. It's important that you know the business ethics your company has adopted so that you may work to maintain those standards. Reliable employees are the backbone of any successful company. In return for your paycheck, you have an obligation to the company to do the best job you are capable of doing in the role you fill. When a company has people on their payroll with poor work ethics or with ethics that don't align with the business ethics the company has adopted, it can cause a negative ripple effect throughout the company. Conflicts in ethics lead to supervisors spending time managing poorly performing employees instead of working on developing the overall success of the department. When an employee has adopted professional work ethics that don't match the ethics of their team members, their colleagues often end up picking up the slack from dropped projects and missed deadlines. Additionally, when ethics collide, tensions may rise amongst employees. The good news is, it is possible to develop your professional work ethics. Whether you're working your dream career or you just started to climb the corporate ladder, it's important for you to continually develop professional work ethic. Let's look at 7 of the core areas often associated with having a strong professional work ethic. Being dependable encompasses several things, including being punctual, using time wisely, and meeting deadlines. First, you should strive to get to work on time. Being habitually late, even a few minutes late, can be disrupting to your fellow workers and aggravating to supervisors. If a problem arises that is going to prevent you from getting to the job on time, call your supervisor, make him or her aware of the issue so that adjustments can be made to fill in for your absence. When you are at work, it is important that you strive to use your time wisely. Also, strive to meet all set deadlines. Your team members are depending on you to achieve your goals in a timely manner. If you realize you won't be able to meet a goal, bring it to the attention of your supervisor as soon as possible, so that adjustments can be made across the company to accommodate a new deadline. If you are given a job to do, it's because your supervisor thinks you can handle it. Do each job as if your company's future was dependent on your work. Strive to be the go-to person when your supervisor needs a special task handled. If you finish a project early, or you find yourself without something to do during the workday, remember these 4 words. What else can I do? While it might be tempting to ride the clock as you pass idle time, in the long run, it could cost you your job. Show your dedication to achieving the company's goals by asking for extra projects you can assist on when time allows. Additionally, realize there may be times when you are asked to perform extra tasks within your skill set for the overall benefit of the team. Take on the added responsibility with enthusiasm, but be sure to set realistic expectations about how your new project will impact the ability to achieve your current workload. Professionalism entails mastering 3 key things: staying positive, avoiding gossip, and dressing appropriately. A positive outlook goes a long way. If you head to work with a positive mindset, No matter what comes up, you can move through it in the best possible way. Guard your words in the break room. Break room gossip and grumbling are poison. Don't let your attitude towards the company be compromised by the words of a disgruntled coworker. Dress appropriately. If your job requires safety equipment, wear it. If you are in contact with customers, dress the way you think they would expect you to dress. If your company has a dress code, honor it. Accountability is a two-way street. First, it is important that you hold yourself accountable to your actions and responsibilities. Second, it is important that you also hold your team members accountable for their commitments. Plan each day in advance according to the goals you have been tasked to achieve for your company. If you make a mistake, own up to it and offer solutions to fix it. Take action on projects instead of just endlessly talking about them with coworkers. Be willing to report others whose actions are in conflict with the company's standards or government regulations. When first starting a job, employers expect you will need on-the-job training. Once your training period is over, it is important for you to be a self-starter. Know your job and perform it to the best of your ability. Push yourself beyond your comfort zone to learn new things on your own and don't fall into the trap of being lazy. Also avoid getting so caught up in the busy work that you fail to focus on the more challenging projects that could make a bigger difference to your company's success. A key element to professional work ethics is honesty. Honesty can take several forms in the workplace. It may simply mean telling the truth about any given situation. It could also mean when a company entrusts you with equipment, such as a vehicle, laptop, or some other piece of equipment, you are as careful with it as if it were your own. Honesty is a cornerstone to all great team players because they always work with the best interest of the company in mind. Always treat others fairly. Give and accept credit honestly, and be respectful of those whose ideas are different from yours. Finally, it is important that you practice a good work-life balance. This may mean not taking work home with you. It may also mean leaving your personal problems at home and not letting them impact the job you have to do. There are many other professional work ethics you may wish to develop, but the 7 ethics we just discussed are a good starting point to becoming a highly appreciated team member. Remember, developing a strong professional work ethic starts by making a commitment to becoming a better you.